happy first day of planting. Actually, that's a lie. We did plant 50 acres last night just to get all the kinks worked out and make sure there were no issues. Before anyone yells at me in the comments, no, I do not have a microphone. I do have one, but I don't have one on the tractor with me today because I hate to break it to you, but farming comes first. It comes way before YouTube. Actually, a lot of things come before YouTube. So yeah, that's that. But just letting everything get warmed up. I gotta get my iPad ready to go. But shoot, today is the first real day of planting. We had a pretty heavy frost last night, so we had to let that kind of go away. And the ground is finally good. It's 10:30. Got a full planter, filled it up last night. So we should be good to go for a while. So I'm waiting on this to get all good to go. Here is the screen that runs my guidance. I can actually flip back and forth between these two. This is what runs my planter. So I've got population, I've got downforce, I've got everything right here, good to go. And then this is John Deere Field Connect. You can't really see it because of the glare, but it just kind of shows even row by row what the population of each row is. So yesterday when we started, we had a few glitches. My dad was running it, so nothing is my fault. But like as you can see right here, we had some issues, and when it goes red, it means that it's way down. It's not planting where it should be. So we like to see that mostly green. And I think that's pretty much all on the screens. I'm sure later on, like once we get into the swing of things, I will show more of what each thing does. But the first day, you know, you don't want to jinx anything. So we're just gonna go for it and hope for smooth sailing. Okay, so I had to go around the neighbor's house real quick and do some of my ends. But now that I'm out on the open road, open field, whatever you want to call it, now I can still watch everything and record. But I will just give a quick rundown of what's going on. Alright, so that's me just chugging along. Here's me again. That green A means that my auto steer is on. So I am hands-free. And then up here, it's got me going along. It's got my population at 140. If we look down here again, it will give us some more information. This is row by row. So right now our lowest row planting is row 9, planting 138. It'll rotate whichever one's low. But as long as it's not crazy low and that average is 140, we are good to go. Okay, so I'm going ahead and planting my end. So like I have to make one full pass, like one round on each end. So I already planted the outside edge. So now I'm just working on my inside pass, if that makes sense. Maybe I just need to draw a diagram or something. I don't know, let me know. But also, I don't know what you guys want to know about planting, like any details. So if you want to like ask your questions in the comments, and I will try like in future videos to get those answered for you. Like about what types of seed, the planter, the GPS system. If I can answer them, I will. So I'm just about to finish up this field. So actually it's not planting rows 15 to 24 because I already planted those when I planted the ends, which I think is super cool that technology can do that. Yeah, and there's the finished field, and then I'm going to go work or go plant that field next. That's Jeff working it ahead of me. And there went Dad, wondering what the heck I'm doing recording. Okay, so I've gone a few rounds, so I stopped to check the depth and everything and make sure it's all looking good. Oh shit, that is a big ass spider. I'm not even scared of spiders, but that was a big one. Okay, well that was fun. Okay, so I just dug up this little seed, and it's like a couple inches in the ground. Not a couple inches, it's probably like 1.5 inches or so in the ground. But what you really want to make sure is that it's in, you can see where the moisture is. You want to make sure that it's down in that moisture. So we want to make sure that thing is down in the moisture, otherwise that seed will not germinate. And just in case we don't get any rain or any moisture for, you know, however long, we want to make sure that thing has enough to really pop right up there. All right, so about to finish up field number 2. It was only 40 acres, so I only have just until the road, so just a few more rounds. And then I'll be done with this field and heading up to the next one. Can't really see Jeff, but yeah, just right up there with a neighbor in between us. But yeah, it's not been a bad first day in the field. We had one issue with the GPS, but called the John Deere guy, got it figured out. It was just kind of a glitch. We don't really know why, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't happen again. But yeah, that's been the only major issue today. So you know what, I'm gonna take it. I probably just jinxed myself. Something really bad's gonna happen now, but good Lord, I hope not. All right, supper should be ready. I already got hungry and took a bite out of it. Perfect. These are the chicken cordon bleu hot pockets, or this is one of them that I made in my recipe video the other day. Already coming in handy. And Jeff is in the gator down there going to get the seed tinder all ready to load, since I just had to even out the boxes. That way we end with the same amount of seed in each one. We're actually switching what type of seed that we've got, like that we're planting. So we have to pretty much run this out just for when we switch everything in the monitors. And that way, like, we're not mixing a bunch of like 2.5 seed with something later on. So this is a 2.5 Bex number, and then I think we're going to do a 2.6 maturity. I'm not sure what brand, but I know it is a 2.6. On field 3, this is my last snack. Do I eat it now and regret it in a couple hours when I'm hungry? Or do I just get hangry? It's a real conundrum. Oh shoot, I'm turning. So I doubt we will finish this field tonight, or I will finish this field tonight. Yeah, because I'm only 50 acres in and it's a 120 acre field. I don't really feel like going around, like there's a tower and then some of the edges are wonky, so don't feel like screwing that up in the dark. No, that would not be a good way to really kick off the planting season, but yeah, it'll still be here tomorrow. And we got Dad out here checking my seed depth. I actually asked him too, so he's not like doubting my intelligence. But the ground has kind of changed a little bit from where we started. It's a little bit more mellow, and it's not wet, but it is wetter. There's more moisture in the ground here than there was on the south end where I started. So just double checking that. So we did adjust the depth a little bit, just a teensy bit. And that is all she wrote for the first day of planting, folks. Jeff is working ground ahead of me, but really we needed a little bit more sunlight to dry some of those spots out before we planted them. So I guess we'll see what tomorrow brings. But yeah, overall, not a bad first day of planting. I will take it 100%. So yeah, now I just have to bring the seed tender in because this was left at the field.